climb, saving for college. It's a huge goal, and honestly, it can feel pretty overwhelming. But here's the thing, with the right roadmap, it is absolutely doable. So just for a second, what are you planning for? What are those big, life-changing milestones way out on the horizon? Buying a house? Retiring without a worry? Or maybe sending your kid to their dream school?
For most of us, it really boils down to two heavy hitters, college and retirement. And in this explainer, we're going to focus on the one that usually shows up first, building that all-important college fund.
Okay, so before we jump into the how, we really need to wrap our heads around the what. And when it comes to the price tag on higher education, well, the numbers are pretty staggering.
Get ready for this, $1.64 trillion. That's the grand total of student loan debt in this country. To give you some perspective, that's more than all our credit card debt and all our auto loan debt put together. It's a massive, massive number. And here's something else to think about. On average, it costs almost $250,000 just to raise one child to the age of 18. And that huge number, it doesn't even touch the cost of college. That's a whole other financial mountain you have to climb. Just look at how fast these costs are expected to shoot up. If you've got a 13-year-old, you might be looking at around $56,000 for a public in-state school. But if you have a newborn at home, that same education is projected to cost over $106,000. And a private school, we're talking over $374,000. This right here is exactly why getting an early start is such a game changer.
So we've seen the big, scary totals. But what does that actually look like for your wallet every month? Let's break it down into a number that's a little easier to digest.
So let's use that goal for a newborn, about $107,000 for an in-state public school. The amount you've got to put away each month to hit that target isn't one size fits all. It actually depends big time on where you put that money and how hard it works for you.
And this chart shows the absolute magic of compound growth. See, if your money is just sitting in an account earning about 2%, you'd need to save over $416 a month. But if you invest it for an 8% return, that monthly number drops to less than $238. That's almost $180 back in your pocket every single month just by making your money work smarter.
Okay, the numbers are big, I get it, but don't let them scare you off. The good news is, you're not expected to cover this entire bill just from your savings account. You've actually got a whole toolkit of options. So let's open it up and look at the three main ways families pay for college.
So broadly speaking, the money comes from three different buckets. First, there's your own personal savings. Second, there's financial aid that's based on what your family can afford. And third, there are scholarships that are based on merit, things like grades or sports. The smartest plans usually end up using a mix of all three.
Let's dig into that first bucket, personal savings.